Hi everyone and welcome to this YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to talk about the top 10 beautiful places to visit in Mexico. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for future updates. Long a favorite vacation destination for North Americans, Mexico is also becoming increasingly popular with tourists from Europe seeking to enjoy the country's seemingly endless sunshine, stunning scenery, and beautiful sandy beaches, not to mention its astonishingly rich cultural heritage. So important are Mexico's ancient Aztec and Mayan sites and historic colonial cities that many have been designated as UNESCO World Heritage Sites, ensuring they'll remain unchanged for generations to come. Interestingly, these Mayan ruins, including places like Guanajuato, Chichen Itza, and Uxmal, are often as popular as traditional beach vacation spots like Cancun, Puerto Vallarta, and Playa del Carmen. Topping the whole experience is the country's rich culture, a fascinating mix of native people, as well as colonial influences from Spain, that shows up in everything from the country's culinary creations to its vibrant music and dance traditions. It's also a country rich in flora and fauna, as it is spread across climate zones that encompass everything from arid deserts to lush tropical rainforests. 1. Cancun and the Mayan Riviera. Lying along a beautiful stretch of coastline on the Gulf of Mexico are the resort destinations of Cancun, Playa del Carmen, the island of Cozumel, and beyond. Collectively these are known as the Riviera Maya. This magnificent area along the eastern edge of the Yucatan Peninsula attracts some 5 million visitors each year, in the process generating huge tourist revenues. Despite these numbers, you're unlikely to feel like a part of a crowd due to the Riviera's wide beaches, endless crystal clear water, and the plethora of best all-inclusive resorts. The area also boasts numerous fun things to do, such as dolphin and stingray swims, snorkeling among reefs and tropical fish, as well as scuba diving in the world's largest underwater museum, a spectacular collection of sculptures submerged at depths of up to 8 meters. Then, of course, there are the region's many ancient Mayan ruins, with some of the closest sites within walking distance of the beaches, while the largest and most impressive, Chichen Itza and Tulum, are just a few hours away. 2. Puerto Vallarta. Another of Mexico's increasingly popular beach destinations in the Pacific coastal city of Puerto Vallarta. Often shortened to just Vallarta, the city first appeared on the vacation radar in the 1960s as a playground for North America's social elite and has since become extremely popular among foreigners looking for second homes in a sunny, warmer climate. Many parts of it remain untouched by modern development. Nowadays, thanks to the many things to do in Puerto Vallarta, the city is as likely to attract an older cruise ship audience looking to swim with the dolphins as it is younger travelers looking for adventure, found here in activities as diverse as paragliding and jet skiing. For those who like vacationing at a little slower pace, the city also boasts many locations to shop for arts and crafts or simply stroll along pleasant beachside promenades with their many green spaces and sculptures. Of course, like any good resort destination in Mexico, you can't leave the city without visiting the best beaches in Puerto Vallarta. 3. Cabo San Lucas and the Los Cabos Corridor. At the southern tip of the beautiful Baja Peninsula, Los Cabos, often referred to simply as Cabo, is one of Mexico's top beach destinations. Consisting of a large stretch of coastline that extends from the towns of Cabo San Lucas and San Jose del Cabo and known as the Los Cabos Corridor, Corredor Turístico, this 30-kilometer stretch of pristine beaches attracts visitors the world over for its clear waters, diving, snorkeling, and fishing. It also hosts the world's largest marlin contest. Numerous resorts have sprung up that cater to all tastes and budgets, from luxurious spas to golf-centered properties offering some of the best courses in North America. For the most part, however, Los Cabos most appeals to big-budget travelers. It is one of the luxury capitals of Mexico. In addition to spending time on the beaches and exploring Cabo San Lucas, one of the most popular activities is swimming and snorkeling around the famous natural landmark El Arco de Cabo San Lucas, a huge archway carved out of the coastline where the Sea of Cortez meets the Pacific. 4. Mexico City's Historic Center. Mexico City, Ciudad de Mexico, is not only the capital of the country and the seat of government, it is one of the country's most popular alternative travel destinations thanks to its many world-class museums, art galleries, and attractions. Don't be put off by its size. Instead, focus your efforts on the historic city center, Centro Histórico de la Ciudad, a 15 square kilometer UNESCO World Heritage Site boasting more than 1,400 important colonial buildings from the 16th to the 19th centuries. It's here that you'll find most of Mexico City's major attractions, many within walking distance of Constitution Square, Plaza de la Constitución, the city's bustling main plaza, including the National Palace, the Metropolitan Cathedral, and the Templo Mayor with its Aztec relics. Adding to the whole experience are the huge volcanic mountains overlooking the city, Popocatépetl and Iztaccíhuatl, each over 5,000 meters tall and offering a perfect excuse to get out and explore the stunning scenery in this part of the Mexican highlands. 5. Guanajuato. Designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site, thanks to its many old colonial buildings, winding lanes, and narrow alleys, Guanajuato is a city that just begs to be explored on foot. A particularly pleasurable experience is visiting its many plazas, including the delightful Jardín de la Unión, the city's main square with its splendid old architecture. It's here you'll find the beautiful old San Diego Church and the majestic Juarez Theater, along with fountains and flower beds, cafes, and restaurants. Afterward, head underground to the city's subterranean streets, part of a network of tunnels that once carried a river but are now used by cars and pedestrians wanting to get around the city quickly. Known as an art city, Guanajuato is home to many fine galleries, as well as interesting museums, none more so than the Museum of Quixote, dedicated to the works of Spanish writer Miguel de Cervantes. And if you've got the stomach for it, check out the city's famous Mummies of Guanajuato exhibit, with its many naturally mummified remains of locals who died during an outbreak of cholera in the mid-19th century. 6. Ixtapa and Zihuatanejo. While there's no denying the appeal of Mexico's larger beach resorts, there's much to be said for paying a visit to some of the country's many smaller vacation destinations. Two of the very best are the towns of Ixtapa and its neighbor, the much smaller former fishing village of Zihuatanejo on the country's Pacific coast. Although the larger of the two, the former coconut and mangrove producing town of Ixtapa has been carefully masterplanned as a tourist hub to good effect, its streets and beaches are uncluttered and easy to get around. Be sure to book one of the best all-inclusive resorts in Ixtapa. The contrast to traditional beach resorts is even greater in beautiful Zihuatanejo, which has worked hard to keep its small-town feel. Lying along a small, well-protected bay, it's a delightful and safe town to explore, home to a number of fine hotels and restaurants. Fun activities include shopping in its fish market or, better still, taking a fishing excursion to catch something of your own. 7. Guadalajara. Second, only to Mexico City in size, Guadalajara, the capital of the state of Jalisco, has successfully conserved its unique mix of colonial and native Tapatíos influences. Famous for its broad avenues flanked by picturesque parks and fine old buildings notable for their European flair, Guadalajara is a hotbed of traditional Mexican culture, from the mariachi music that seems to emanate everywhere, to its fascinating charretas, a type of rodeo that is usually accompanied by festivities such as dancing, singing, and plenty of great food. It's a fun city to explore on foot due to the four large squares that together form the shape of a cross and comprise the old city center. The best of them, Plaza de Armas, is the perfect place to begin a sightseeing tour and includes such notable buildings as the 17th century government palace, Palacio de Gobierno, and the beautiful Baroque Guadalajara Cathedral, Catedral de Guadalajara, built between 1558 and 1616. 8. Mérida, Yucatan's White City. The capital of Yucatan, Mérida is one of Mexico's finest old colonial cities and is perfectly located to serve as a base from which to explore the region's many fine Mayan sites, including Chichén Itzá and Tulum. It's an equally popular day trip or overnight stopover from the resorts of the Mayan Riviera. Established in 1542 by the Spanish, Mérida is laid out on a grid pattern, making it easy to explore its numerous attractive parks and fine old buildings. The European influences are everywhere, particularly in the old city squares and plazas where evidence of French architecture can still be seen. It's also a remarkably neat and tidy city, something of a badge of honor for its citizens who like to dress in white, giving the city its long-standing nickname of Ciudad Blanca, the White City. 9. Oaxaca, a taste of real Mexico. Capital of the state of the same name, Oaxaca is one of the most popular city destinations for travelers interested in sampling a taste of the real Mexico. An interesting mix of native Indian and Spanish elements, the city has remained largely untouched by the kind of large developments that have sprung up in some of the country's other popular destinations, and as a consequence, it has been declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site. In addition to its unspoiled city center and old architecture, the city has become a cultural hub that draws crowds for its numerous events and festivals, including the spectacular Guelaguetza, an indigenous festival that takes place each July and includes traditional dancing, costumes, music, food, and crafts. The city also makes a great jumping-off point to explore the splendid surrounding scenery, along with numerous ancient ruins such as those of the Monte Alban. If you happen to extend your stay in Oaxaca, it's worth a trip down the mountains to the coast to experience some of the state's very best beaches. 10. Historic Morelia. A gem of a city, the colonial-era Morelia is a delightful place to linger in Mexico, whether you're here for a few days or longer. Little change has been made to the layout of this historic city, founded in 1541, and thanks to the more than 200 well-preserved buildings that date back many hundreds of years, the entire downtown core has been designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. A highlight of a visit is spending time in the magnificent Plaza de Armas. Laid out nearly 500 years ago, this large public square is perfect for those who like to explore on foot. In addition to its many great cafes, restaurants, and shopping opportunities, here you'll find everything from statues of revolutionary heroes to attractive stretches of gardens and pleasant fountains, making for one of the prettiest cityscapes in all of Mexico. Nearby attractions you'll want to visit include the attractive Morelia Cathedral, built from local stone over a period of 100 years, starting in 1640, and still dominating the skyline to this day. A short walk from here is another must-see, the Morelia Aqueduct. Completed in 1789 and featuring over 250 arches, it, too, was built of local stone, and for years was the city's main source of drinking water. Thanks for watching.